So this is more completing our additional understory of underneath the Valencia orange, avocado, next to the spilanthes and calendula. Alyssum here, and this is where the snake lives. So we're going to plant another licorice over there underneath this black pigeon pea and the leucaena, and the lab is growing over there next to the jujube. So there was fava beans in here this winter, brassicas. Now we're moving into a perennial ground cover of medicinals, ginger and licorice. These things will phase out. Hopefully we'll have perennial spilanthes in here as well. It looks like the spilanthes has gotten ahead of the pill bug. So it's been struggling, fighting off the pill bugs for almost a year now, and I think the snake came in here and took out the pill bugs to a certain degree, and now the spilanthes is up. There were some fava beans that were just laying in here germinating, so here's another flush of fava beans in here. Let's see if they'll do anything this summer in the shade. We have them outside. We ate them all winter, so again, there's this stream of consciousness gardening. There's no end and no beginning. Here's a nice little wild wasp here, wild bee that's coming in to pollinate things. There it is right there. So if you have lots of flowers, you bring in the pollinators, and you also bring in the beneficial wasps that will parasitize the bad insects. We'll water this in, mulch it. We've got cardamom, spicy ginger, 4 different kinds of ginger, cardamom. So the whole perennial polyculture will be an understory of medicinal and culinary herbs. There's another little baby, little wasp here, very small one. This is much smaller than the one I call a P33. That one's going on here. Those do a lot of good. They do a lot of parasitizing of aphids and whiteflies and spider mites. Now this citrus here is finally coming out of it. Some of them take a long time. If you look right behind here, we have a good shot of the tangerine, twice as vigorous. And then we have on the other side of we have the key lime, which is huge in comparison. Some of them just take a while to get acclimatized to the soil. We just brought 20 citrus in and potted them up. We have kumquats, and we'll be putting entire greenhouses full of citrus. Look at this nice new growth here on this. So, again, this is kind of a mid-story, overstory of the pigeon pea, black pigeon pea, which is a nitrogen-fixing equivalent to our Siberian pea shrub outside. This is an agroforestry tree. It's equivalent to a black locust or something that we would plant outside. So we have our nitrogen-fixing components. This is a lab, which we don't really have an equivalent in a temperate zone for this. It's a rampant fertilizer bean that grows in the dry season in the tropics. That we can grow it year-round here. We cage it and coppice it and keep it. And let's look over here at the jujube, which is coming on. The fruits are coming on here. They get about ping pong ball size. And this is nestled right in here between pigeon pea, the citrus, the lab. It's shooting right on up into this little niche here where it's getting some sunlight. It's working good. Here's some lab beans, which are edible. So we're actually getting some edible beans while we're fixing nitrogen, and we can compass a lot of this stuff for the rabbits. They really like this stuff. And we're in a tropical food forest here. And here's the night blooming jasmine that continues to flower. And on the other side we have guavas and more bananas. We have another kind of avocado selected to fruit during the 4 seasons. 5 different kinds of bananas that should start fruiting this year. Another pigeon pea. Another avocado just tucked into here. We'll come up in here and we'll be cutting this back to get some more light. The citrus, the lab is just caged. Another banana. Another guava. We have the dragon fruit and the Highlands papaya. Oh, the cat is up on the ball pulpit. She's taking a nap on the ball pulpit. That's a little ledge that where I can access the fire pole to get down off my sleeping platform. And up above there is a climbing nitrogen, or the night blooming jasmine. Bananas, figs, up against the west wall, more papayas, more bananas, sweet potatoes, more avocados, cucumbers, and in the very corner we have grapes. So we get an early June crop of grapes. These are only 18 months old, and they're doing pretty well. This one over here should fruit in the next couple of months. And then that gets cut down and this one will fruit. And then they just keep revolving. All the while they're putting out pups that we can harvest for our tropical nursery. Here's a pup that we harvested here that already has 2-3 pups next to it. There's a whole banana nursery back in there. Pineapple back in there too is the climate battery exhaust. So looking around here, we see that it's all good.